That's why these are great.
One more time.
This is why we don't get publics.
Maybe it was translated from the Hebrew.
No, it's supposed to be why.
On all other nights, we do not dip even once. Tonight, why do we even dip the greens twice? On all other nights, we eat sitting or reclining. Tonight, why do we all recline?
Darren, go, read.
What?
Read.
You want to read also?
Read the English.
We were slaves to Pharaoh in Egypt, and the Lord our God took us out from there with a strong hand and with an outstretched arm. If the Holy One, blessed be He, had not taken our fathers out of Egypt, then we, our children, and our children's children would have remained slaves to Pharaoh in Egypt. Even if all of us were wise, all of us understanding, all of us knowing the Torah, we would still be obligated to discuss the Exodus from Egypt, and everyone who discusses the Exodus from Egypt at length is praiseworthy.
You're up. Page 9, English.
It happened that Rabbi Eliezer, Rabbi Yehoshua, Rabbi Eleazar, Ben Azariah, Rabbi Akiva, and Rabbi Tarfon were reclining at a sitter in
You don't
B'nai
Sidar.
You don't read the ones in the
Oh, I knew that.
in B'nai Barak.
Stop talking, Alexa. B'nai Barak.
B'nai Barak.
B'nai Barak. They were discussing the Exodus from Egypt all that night until their students came and told them, "Our masters, the time has come for reciting the morning Shema."
Shema.
Rabbi Eleazar ben Azra said, I like a man 70 years old, yet I did not succeed in finding that Exodus from Egypt must be mentioned at night. Until Ben Zom explained it, it said that you may remember the day you left Egypt, all the days of your life. Now the days of your life refer to the days, all indicates the inclusion of the nights. The sages, however, said the days of your life refer to the present day world, and all indicates inclusion of the day of the Messiah. Who wants to read?
You go fast forward.
I'll read.
Go ahead.
Blessed is the omnipresent one. Blessed be he.
for 2 hours.
Blessed is he who gave the Torah to his people Israel. Blessed be he. The Torah speaks of 4 children. One is wise, one is wicked, one is simple, and one who does not know how to ask. The wise one, what does he say? What is the meaning of the testimonies, the statutes, and the laws which the Lord our God has commanded you? You in turn shall instruct him in the laws of Pesach. One is not to eat any dessert after the Pesach lamb. Didn't know that. The wicked one, what does he say? What is this service to you? And he says to you, but not to him. Right? Thus, excluding himself from the community, he has denied that which is fundamental. You, therefore, blunt his teeth and say to him, it is because of that the Lord did for me when I left Egypt, for me, but not for him. If he had been there, he would not have been redeemed. The simpleton, what does he say? What is this? Thus you shall say to him, the Lord took us out of Egypt from the house of slaves with a strong hand. Okay. As for one who does not know how to ask, you must initiate him, as it is said. You shall tell your child on that day, it is because of that the Lord did for me when I left Egypt. Somebody else turn. Allie.
Where are we?
Top of 13. Top of 13.
One might think that must be from the first of the month. The Torah therefore says, "Oh, that day." On that day, I know that, just testing you. On that day, however, could mean while it is yet daytime. The Torah therefore says it is because of this. The expression "because of this" can only be said when matzah and maror are placed before you. In the beginning, our forefathers served idols.
Delicious.
I was.
Is that liver or cirrhosis?
But now the omnipresent one has brought us close to his service, as it is written. Joshua said, all the people, thus said the Lord, the God of Israel. Your fathers have always lived on the other side of the
River.
Euphrates.
Euphrates River. Terach, the father of Abraham, and the father of Nahor.
Nachos.
Nahor. And they worship other gods.
And I took your
Thank you.
father Abraham from the other side of the river, and I led him throughout the whole land of Canaan. I multiplied his seed and gave him Isaac. And to Isaac I gave Jacob and Esau.
Isaac.
To Esau I gave Mount Seir to inherit, and Jacob and his sons went down to Egypt.
Where am I?
Blessed.
Boca Raton.
Blessed is he who keeps his promise to Israel. Blessed be he
13.
for the Holy One. Blessed be he, calculated. This is the time for our final
Go to Rosewood.
deliverance, in order to do as he had said on our father Abraham at the covenant. Oh dear.
As long as it's convenient.
See Rosemary's Baby. The convent.
As it is said.
As it is said in,
Thank you. Go on.
and he said to Abram, your descendants will surely sojourn in a land that is not a country club, but in Boca Woods, and they will enslaved in the affluent 400 years, but I shall also judge the nation whom they serve, and afterwards they will come out with great wealth. Arnold.
The matzahs are covered and the cup of wine is raised.
Whoa.
Raise it.
More wine.
This promise has sustained our fathers and us, for not only one enemy is risen against us to annihilate us, but in every generation men rise against us. But the Holy One, blessed be He, saves us from their hand. Put the cup of wine down,
Wind down.
and then cover the matzahs.
Put it down.
Cover the
Learn
mouths.
what Laban, the Aramean, tried to do to our father Jacob. While Pharaoh decreed only against the newborn males, Laban tried to uproot all of Israel, as is written. The Aramean sought to destroy my father. However, he went down to Egypt and sojourned there, few in number, and there he became a great, mighty, and numerous nation. He went down to Egypt, compelled by divine decree.
Irving, did you read yet?
No, Irving didn't read.
Can't read.
15.
Don't have my glasses.
Okay, I'll read.
Right here.
But I think
Oh, Natalie reads.
What's the big deal?
Yeah, this should be for us.
He sojourned there implies that our father Jacob,
Quiet!
he sojourned.
Dayenu.
Bottom of page 18.
What, you skipping?
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
Thank
Bottom
God.
of page 18. The Lord brought us to Egypt.
Bottom
Stop
of
there.
18 or 19.
Where you going?
18 is high.
19.
19. No, the bottom of 18. The
19
Lord
English.
brought us out of Egypt, not through an angel, not through a seraph, and not through a messenger. The Holy One, blessed be, He did it in His glory by Himself, as it is written. In that night I will pass through the land of Egypt, and I will smite every firstborn in the land of Egypt, from man to beast, and I will carry out judgments against all the gods of Egypt. I am the Lord. I will pass through the land of Egypt, I and not an angel, and I will smite every firstborn in the land of Egypt, I, not a seraph, and I will carry out judgments against all gods of Egypt. I and not a messenger. I am the Lord, it is I and none other.
Amen.
Mighty hand, this refers, we don't need that.
Go to the plagues. Just go to the plagues.
Okay. So, now we have
That's okay.
a list, a bit of wine.
We are.
Bit of wine?
Bit of wine.
A bit of wine
I gotta work tomorrow morning.
is removed with the finger.
Oh,
Removed with a finger.
Finger.
Because now we're gonna do the plague.
That's the best part.
Yeah.
Now you know what a finger
Wine for Elizabeth.
is. Plagues are the best part.
You know, yeah, they are the best. Remember we used to have all the,
yeah.
Cotton balls.
we still have some.
I remember that.
why didn't you bring those out? We still have.
You know what, I threw one before and it hit Ricky and I got in trouble.
And that,
And actually, Natalie, we're waiting for the next generation when you can throw the real kids.
It's a little different.
It hurt you.
Ricky takes his singer very
He's
seriously.
very sensitive.
So now we're gonna take a bit of, was removed on your finger, and you're gonna
Go ahead.
put, for each plate, you're
We
gonna
know.
dip it into the,
Right, go ahead.
into
Read
the
it.
plate.
Just read it. We've been here before.
Blood and fire and pillars of smoke.
Blood,
Blood.
frogs,
Blood, frogs,
lice,
wild beasts,
wild beasts,
pestilence,
pestilence, boils, we're gonna look at afterwards. Hail, locusts,
darkness,
darkness, and death of the firstborn. Now you lick your plate.
Now that you got your fingers wet, you can't drink it anymore.
and now we go to Dayenu. With the next page, 23 is the Dayenu.
Ricky's a good Diana singer.
How many levels of favors has God bestowed upon us? You see that with me?
Yeah, I'm just kinda looking through this.
23, we didn't pass anything.
It would
yet.
have sufficed us.
Pardon me?
But we didn't do anything with the,
It would have sufficed us.
so,
We're waiting.
With the what? We're waiting.
with the malor and all that kinda stuff.
Ricky's a good Diana.
We moved to split levels on the.
Ricky,
I'm not singing.
Did the reading. No, we didn't eat the bit of it.
How many levels of favors has God bestowed upon us?
I wish it.
If he has brought us
So we
out
have no
of Egypt
biscuit.
and not executed judgments
25.
against
We're gonna go
us.
to page
It
32.
would have
32.
sufficed.
32.
Two, O.J. Simpson's
Wait,
page.
Natalie's
still doing
reading,
20.
Natalie's reading.
No, 32.
Natalie's reading.
Natalie's reading.
If he had executed judgments against the Egyptians and not against their idols,
Diana?
that would have sufficed us. If he
32.
had executed judgments against their idols and not smitten their firstborn,
Diane.
Diana.
okay. If he had smitten their firstborn and not given us their wealth,
Diana.
if he had given us their wealth and not split the sea for us,
Diana.
if he had split the sea for us and not led us through it on dry land,
Diana.
if he had led us through it on dry land and not drowned our oppressors in it,
Diana.
and if he had drowned our oppressors in it, and not supplied our needs in the desert for 40 years,
Diana.
and if he had supplied our needs in the desert for 40 years and not fed us the manna,
Diana.
and if he had fed us the manna and not given us the Shabbos,
Diana.
and if he had given us the Sabbath and not brought us to Mount Sinai,
Diana.
and if he had brought us to Mount Sinai and not given us the Torah,
Diana.
and if he had given us the Torah and not brought us into the land of Israel,
Diana.
and if he had brought us into the land of Israel and not built for us the temple,
Diana.
so how much more should we be grateful to God for the doubled and redoubled goodness that he has bestowed upon us? For he brought us out of Egypt, executed judgments against them and against their idols, and smote their firstborn, and gave us their wealth, split the sea, led us through the dry land, drowned our oppressors in it, supplied our needs in the desert for 40 years, fed us the manna, gave us the Sabbath, brought us to Mount Sinai, gave us the Torah, and brought us to the land of Israel, and built for us a temple to atone for our sins. Okay.
That's what Natalie just called the Jewish Constitution.
Yeah, whoever does
Hilu
not discuss the following
Moti
things on
Moti
Pesach has
Anu
not
Mitzrayim.
fulfilled their duty, namely Pesach, Matzah, Maror.
Where are you
You
at?
guys want to read
92.
Pesach?
32.
Read Pesach.
Pesach. Why did our fathers eat the Passover offering during the period of the temple? It is because the Holy One, blessed be He, passed over our father's house in Egypt. As it is written, you shall say it is a Passover offering to the Lord, because He passed over the houses of the children of Israel in Egypt, when He smote the Egyptians with a plague, and He served our houses, and the people bowed and prostrated themselves.
Next.
Matzah. Why do we eat the matzah? It is because the Supreme King of Kings, the Holy One, blessed be He, revealed Himself to our fathers and redeemed them before their dough had time to ferment. As it was written, they baked matzah cakes from the dough that had brought out of Egypt, because it was not leavened, for they had been driven out of Egypt and could not delay, and they had also not prepared any provision for their journey.
Maror, why do we eat this bitter herb? Because the Egyptians embittered the lives of our fathers in Egypt, as it is written. They made their lives bitter with hard work, with mortar and bricks, and with all kinds of labor in the field. Whatever work tasks they performed were backbreaking.
Somebody?
Got
Yeah.
me.
In every generation?
What page are we on?
In every generation, a person is obligated to regard himself as if he had come out of Egypt. As it is written, you shall tell your child on that day, it is because of this that the Lord did for me when I left Egypt. The Holy One redeemed from slavery. We, too, were redeemed with them. As it is written, He took us out from there so that He might take us to the land, which He had sworn to our fathers.
Go to the next page.
Cup
Page
of wine is raised, the
Oh, go
cup
ahead.
to be held in the right hand
And
until
the
the completion of the
super pizza.
blessing.
I think the completion of the glass of wine.
We're complete.
What page are you on?
30,
29.
29, but now we're going to
47.
What page?
We'll do page 30, we can do all these things. We did the washing hands, we did the, go to page, we did the matzah, go to page 32.
32.
Yeah.
33.
I'm
The
on
Maror- the
57.
Maror. Yeah, 30, well, if you want to read it in Hebrew, go to 32.
I'd like to
Page
get
32.
57.
No, the more, I think
The
that,
Maror, pass it, around. Did we do that yet?
And the matzah.
All right, go back, we're going, page 31, pass around the matzah.
31.
Pass around the matzah.
pass around the matzah. We've got another one here.
Yeah, pass it around, sister.
Go ahead, we have one.
Pass over the matzah.
There's two matzah
Put
there.
on bum bum.
So pass this way and that one that way.
Pass it on over.
What's that?
Thank
Oh my
you.
gosh, get drunk
There
at
you go,
97.
Edna.
Thank you, darling.
Oh, you're welcome,
All right,
John.
ready? Everyone
Oh,
got matzah?
thank you.
Yeah.
Here come the matzah.
Ready?
Blessed are you, Lord our God, King of the universe, who brings forth bread from the earth.
All right, drink the second
What?
cup of wine.
Thank you.
Please, we need some vodka, girl.
You're on your second cup of wine.
I know mine.
Great
That was the emotzi, now the matzah.
Oh, you're like your mother.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotanu v'tzivanu al akilat matzah.
What's up?
Blessed are you, Lord our God, King of the universe, who has sanctified us with his commandment and commanded us concerning the eating of matzah. Page 32, the maror. You want to pass the maror around?
I get
Okay,
my
you
head
got
round
it.
the other way. What? And this is yours? And this is the right
The
one?
maror is the bitter herb.
Yeah, Herosis.
The bitter
Right in
herb.
front of you. Nope.
Oh, this, yeah.
Sorry, I was
We
looking.
didn't get to that.
You take some and
I
put it
did.
on your
Yeah, so,
Hello sandwich.
yeah.
Yeah, the sandwich.
Quite
So
pleasant,
the
actually.
maror,
Yeah,
blessed
pass
are
it
you,
around.
Lord
Thank you.
God, King of the universe, who has sanctified us with his commandments and commanded us concerning the eating of the maror.
Maror.
This is all right. It doesn't matter.
Marosh.
You shush.
The,
Who's the maror?
I know,
Yeah.
there's wine in there.
That's okay.
Page.
so here, this is what you gotta
It
do.
burns off when
The-
they cook it.
The correct, I don't know what this is.
I've never seen Kurach before.
Meaning, take the bottom, take a piece of matzah,
Corrupt?
break it in
Yeah.
half, and place the maror with the.
You know what corrupt is?
corrosive.
Not Kurach, Kurach.
Say the following.
No,
I don't know this
corrupt.
one. Thus did Hillel do at the time of the Beit Hamidash. He would combine Passover offerings, matzah and maror, and eat them together, to fulfill what is written in the Torah. Thou shalt eat with the matzah and bitter herbs.
Okay, matzah, bitter herbs.
And that's, and then the meal is served. I think that's really kinda it. Now you can eat.
How could
and-
that be? I didn't read a word.
I know, cause this is a weird book.
It's from Publix. What do you expect?
I know.
Maxwell House used to make the books for
Maxwell
years.
House had the best ones.
Always.
The red books, much better than this.
Okay, well,
It was good cholesterol.
we were all here.
Is that true?
Alexa, turn your head. Alexa, turn your head. Turn your head. Wave to your
You gotta
grandmother.
go to the other side.
Wave to
I might be a
Eileen.
little late now.
Alexa, wave to
The other side
Eileen.
is a little
Hello?
They're telling me that white wine takes red
Takes the
wine
red
out.
one out, yeah.
So it has white wine.
Okay.
Don't believe it, it did take it out.